Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here from T-sportline. I'm gonna do a quick video and just walk you through what it takes to put an 18-inch wheel on the Cybertruck. Now, when you take a look in here, we've got the factory wheel off. You can see the caliper, the upright, and then you have this brake harmonic nub, which is effectively a chunk of aluminum that Tesla adds to the upright. It's a bolt-on piece, and it's related to the harmonics or the noise that comes from the brakes. It's bolt-on, so that's a good thing. We can actually remove it to put an 18-inch wheel on. Maybe you compromise the harmonics or the noise from the brakes. That's part of what you're gonna have to do to put an 18-inch wheel on the truck. Other than that, the barrel drop on the wheel, which is where the inner part of the wheel drops down, and it creates a low spot. So when you mount the tire on the wheel, you have to get the bead down in that barrel drop to allow the other side of the tire to get onto the wheel. So the barrel drop part is what could run into the brake caliper. You have to make sure your wheel has clearance in the barrel drop area to the caliper. Then on the upright, depending on the offset of the wheel, if you go in too far, the tire is going to run into the upright. When you switch to an 18, you're going to be switching to a slightly wider tire. So you have to make sure that the offset of the wheel is sitting out enough where you're not running into the upright. And then finally, this nub has to come off. Using a T30 Torx, there's 2 bolts on here, and we can literally just loosen these up. I'm gonna break them free, and then just unscrew these. And that's it. My guess is that Tesla had plans or has plans for 18-inch wheels at some point and made this removable. Now, the wheels from T-sportline, we have designed and engineered these specifically to clear the caliper. So we have a custom barrel drop in here, which gives us a proper clearance to the caliper. As far as an offset goes, we've set this to the ideal distance, so the tire is close to the upright but gives plenty of clearance so that you can have tire sway and not run into the upright. And then with the nub off, we'll have no problem down there. Proper lug pattern, load rating, which is a very important thing. If you go look at other generic wheels in the market, they're probably for a Toyota or something like that. It's not going to be load rated for a Cybertruck or for anywhere near the torque you're going to get from the Cybertruck. All the T-sportline wheels, proper load rating. All right, let's put this thing on. One more thing to note, it's common with aftermarket wheels to have skinny lug nuts. Well, with the T-sportline wheels, we make the lug nut clearance larger so that you can use a factory Tesla lug nut, the proper width lug nut. On the back side of our wheels, the hub is also the right diameter to match the factory hub on the Tesla. So no hub ring adapters, no aftermarket lug nuts needed, no spacers needed. It's a proper fitment. All right, let's check it out. Rotating, perfect. No issues with the calipers. Back here, I can slide fingers behind that, no problem. From an offset, we're at a factory offset here. It's a little bit out because the wheel is actually wider to fit the wider tire, but that's a very mild poke. If you wanted more poke, we can do a custom offset, move the wheel out, or we can bolt on one of our spacer kits. Let's go behind the scenes and see what it took for us to make an 18-inch wheel for the Cybertruck. Cody, what do we got here?
Yeah, so one of the first things we did when we got our Cybertruck is scan the whole wheel well. We wanted to see where are the interferences, replicate them digitally so we can design around them. And immediately the first thing you notice coming over to this screen is if we take a cross section of the wheel that's mounted up, this harmonic nub, as we talked about, immediately there's clearance issues that with an 18-inch wheel we really just can't get around. So that does have to be removed. Next thing was the caliper. It was really close to the profile of the rim, and we did have to adjust the drop center to give ourselves just enough clearance around the caliper.
And then once you had the clearance around the caliper and the harmonic nub, you moved the offset to get us clearing the upright, set the position of the wheel, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay. With that, you had the outline for our 18-inch design. Then you had to work with the FEA to set up the load rating on this. The typical 18 is 2,500 pounds. Cybertruck is 2,625.
Yep.
So you would adjust material thicknesses so that the wheel would be rated properly for a Cybertruck.
Correct. We loaded into FEA, looked at all our stresses, and basically adjusted the profile thickness of the rim to meet or exceed the load rating that you just mentioned.
Then of course the T-sportline things. You've got the hub ring set for the Cybertruck. You've got clearance for Tesla, lug nuts. What else?
We've got the ability for water to get out from around the hub face.
Match the Tesla hub on there. Okay, so a true Cybertruck wheel designed from the ground up for the Cybertruck, 18 inches. You might wonder why 18 inches? Downsizing to 18-inch is an optimal change for off-roading. It's going to give you a taller sidewall in the tire, which gives flexibility in the tire. It's better conforming when you go low pressure for off-roading. So it's a common move for off-roading. You might ask, why not 19? There is no 19. There's no 19-inch tires in existence. So you've got a 20, you can go down to 18. Now we've got a wheel that can fit. We have to remove the harmonic nub. If you went the other way and you went up, there's no 21-inch tires. So you can go 20, 22, or 24. We've got all that coming. Now, on the wheel design itself, I've got our bead lock here. We'll get into our bead lock in another video, but this is showing the knurled bead and then how the bead gets pinched on with the lock on the front of this. That's coming next. But for now, the 18-inch is ready to go.
That's right.
Okay, let's go out there and check it out. Sure. All right, everybody, hope you learned something about putting 18s on your Cybertruck. Make sure you like this video. Leave a comment below. Let us know, what do you think? What kind of tires? What other wheel offsets would you like to see? And we'll see you in the next Cybertruck video.